Hello everybody, and we're back again with another Minecraft video where today we are going to be doing bed wars, duos. We're going to try and get a win, but we don't know what could happen. It started off like any normal bed wars video, one person sitting on the generator, the other one running around like a headless chicken. I am the headless chicken in this situation if you couldn't tell. After staring into the middle for quite a while, I decided to actually do something to help. So I went back to the generator and decided to buy a sword to help protect him while he went into middle. When I got into middle, I noticed there was a strange Batman that decided just to jump off the edge rather than fighting me. Apparently I'm that scary. After that strange interaction with Batman, I decided to put their whole team into their place by destroying their bed, but it was a lot harder than I originally thought. We had a battle that lasted quite a while, but I eventually managed to make my way on top. After the blue team was eliminated, I was decided to head back to Diamond Generator, then back to base where I could protect it more while my teammate went into middle. When I got back, I realised our generator had built up quite a bit of a stash, so I decided to help use that to make myself some armour, which then meant that if I get into a next fight, it would be a lot smoother. Then I saved up enough gold to get some wood to put round our bed to make sure it was extra protected. So they would now not get in without us knowing about it. I then came up with the idea of putting wool around it to give them the illusion of it being someone else's base which was already eliminated. Whether this would work, I didn't really know. After my teammate came back, he brought a good stash of emeralds, upgraded generator, which meant now we can be starting to get in the big boy league. I then decided to adventure out because I was getting a bit of homesick of just sitting on the bed all the time. So I went into middle and tried to look for my first victim, which then I laid my eyes on light blue. I thought light blue would be quite an easy target, and then I realised one of them had iron armour already, so I soon changed my mind. Tried to cut off their bridge to stop them from following me, but then he just instantly built it all back, which didn't really end up going very well for me. We traded though. When I eventually respawned, I decided to get the right equipment to make sure that would never happen again. I soon changed out the horrible chainmail armour for some lovely iron armour. Then decided to upgrade my sword, grab some blocks, and then decide to adventure out a bit more. On my way into middle, I noticed a blue just running around collecting all the emeralds, so I decided I won't let that slide. and started the chase. Little did I know at that time that he had a teammate. As soon as I saw the teammate, I started to run and run as fast as I can. I didn't really care where, but I just needed to get away. I didn't want to lead them back to base because that could end up bad for us. So I decided to try and bridge over to Pink and see what they had going on at theirs. When I got to Pink, I had the idea of trying to hide, wait for them to leave, and then go attack their bread. The only problem with that is I didn't have a pick. Me not having a pick became a bigger problem than I originally thought. It meant that I couldn't just rush in and break it when two of them weren't looking. I had to definitely wait until they both weren't there. But I didn't really know how long I'd have to be there for that to happen. So I just sat and waited for the right moment to attack. I had a few close calls. I had a guy come up on my left, and then one on my right. But somehow they didn't see me. Yet. I thought now would be a good chance, so I started to move. But then I realised they came straight back. This made me think that they already knew I was here. I stayed as hidden as I can, making sure not to be spotted. But then, a guy drops down, unexpectedly. I thought I was alright, which I was for now. Till he went up again. And I knew if he dropped down again, I would definitely be spotted. 100% this time. Which he did, and he saw me. So I made a run for it. But then I died. But this just made me more bloodthirsty than ever. I've been killed twice, once by blue, and then another time by pink. This time, I weren't taking no for an answer. I grabbed all I could, and then decided to get the best gear I possibly could, starting off with an iron sword. Then, a few gapples. After that, put some of the stuff away, and then decided to get a little bit more stuff before making my attack. This included some blocks, and then what I would have liked fire charge, but I need to save up a little bit more for that. I got a pick to help me dig into their bed, and then saved up just enough to get a fire charge. But then I made a silly mistake. I rushed in, not waiting for my teammate. I didn't really care at that point. I just ran as fast as I could. Killed one of the blues. I weren't really thinking at this point. All I wanted was a taste of blood. All I wanted was revenge. I set my target on blue first. Crossed their bridge without even thinking about it. The teammate said he was right behind me, which sort of gave me a bit of a wake-up call. I decided to wait. He gave me a gapple. This was our time to rush. I built a little wall and a little ramp to try and get up. He was sitting on it, so I brisked off the side blast their bed open, but then they were both on me. We couldn't really break it when we were both getting hit. So he helped me. But then I'd get hit, and then he would get hit. It was an endless cycle. Until I did this. I broke their bed. We already knew he wouldn't win this fight. But just that bed going gave us all the motivation we needed to carry on. Even though we knew the outcome already. I tried to run away. Try and heal. Then I realised he was on his own and I couldn't let that slide. I jumped in, trying to just get one kill. But with one heart left, I already knew the outcome. I tried to run. But then I went back for the weak one and got hit off. Even though I was both dying, just the taste of that bed gone made us the day even better. Made us even feel happy at a sad time of death. Even though we did just wipe out their bed and almost kill one, I still wasn't quite happy that they were still kicking around. So I decided just to pick up a stone sword and rush back to finish off the job. Obviously, this was a bit silly at the time because a stone sword versus two of them would never go very well. Ignoring that fact, I rushed back as fast as I can to their base and attempted to kill them. Which, as you can see, with one with a diamond sword, doesn't look like it's going to go very well. But we still tried nonetheless. Then I fell off. Ignore that part. I was meant to cut that out, but I couldn't be bothered, so just ignore it. Erase that from your memory right now. Anyway, I decided to get some blocks, get a gapple, and decided to go middle. Try and get some more emeralds, and try and just block them out of my mind for now. Didn't really know how long that would last for, because I was not very happy with them killing me twice. I mean, they only killed me once and then I fell off the other time, but we don't talk about that part. When I got into middle, I realised each generator had around 8 emeralds, which was amazing for us. I decided to grab them all, take them all back to base, and put them in the ender chest so when we needed them, towards the end of the game, we had them all right there. With sudden death being right around the corner, I knew that this would perfect timing. Because we'd be able to get quite a few ender pearls and some knockback fishes for both of us. That would help us in the end game. So I decided to help push in this last time before sudden death. Then I realised a little pink trying to steal our diamonds. I soon took care of him, and then decided to go straight back to the mission, which was kill Blue. Obviously, with us only having a minute and a half roughly left, it weren't going to be an easy job, and we had to be quick, because if we were stuck there after that 1 minute and 30 when a sudden death happened, we could die, and the game would be lost. When we arrived, they realised they brought potions. They obviously knew that we'd probably come back. They had a heal one and a fire one, which made our life a lot more difficult. Then we realised they had some potions effects that were hitting us. The occasional poison, and also a bit of distortion, which did really do a number on us, especially me, because now I was down to 1 heart. In my last act, I tried to get enough gold to buy a gapple, but then I was hit off and died. I wasn't so worried about me, but I was worried about my teammate being left there alone. Because with the sudden death right around the corner, it wasn't looking good for him. At this time, I could not do anything to help my teammate, because if I tried to go back there with the stuff I had at the minute, I would most likely die. So I decided to build up my gear, so when he needed me, I was ready. I bought a diamond sword for us both, and some blocks to make sure I could build. Then I realised 5 seconds until sudden death. When sudden death hit, he was still not back. This was not looking good for him at this time. And that meant if he died, I would be left alone. So what I did, I gathered 2 pearls, 4 nutbat fishes, and then another 2 pearls. I was going to half them with him when we meet up again. Then I realised I had quite a lot of gold, which I eventually turned into gapples. Then 1 fire charge with that stack of iron I had. Then I ran because I heard he was close. I wanted to make sure I could protect him when he was crossing, just in case anyone was following. Luckily there was no one there, so I halved the stuff with him. We went back at base and gathered a few more resources before we started the fight. The last fight. Don't mention that I accidentally misclicked with the fireball. Yeah, I can't really say anything else about that. Anyway, moving on. So that's what we did. We were just preparing for quite a while. Building up resources, buying what we can, making sure nothing went to waste. With diamonds, you can buy something very useful, which is bridge builders. So I decided to buy quite a few, just in case I ever needed them. They only cost 10 diamonds, so they're very cheap and very useful. There's nothing else you can really buy with diamonds apart from a bow, which I did buy very, very quick, because with a bow and just a few arrows I could do quite a lot. So I grabbed some gold, grabbed the gold from the chest, got 16, which is enough for 8 arrows, which wasn't very much, but it would be alright for now. After quite a while of gathering resources ready for the fight, I managed to get quite a lot. We had 4 gapples, obviously the 2 ender pearls and 2 nutbat fishes, and a couple of potions, which would help us in the long term. Now we decided it was our time to push. Blue and yellow were both fighting at the minute, so we tried to go on a sneak attack on blue, our greatest enemy of this whole thing. I knocked that fish one off, and then we both started swinging at the other guy. He threw down loads of potions. So did we, though, to combat that. We tried to move him away from his health potion. But then we also countered it with the fire potions. Yellow was coming up behind. I hit one off the edge, and now it was 2 wantons and just us, the only duo left. We decided we'd deal with the blue one first, as for we were in the middle of fighting him anyway. Little did we know, he had loads of swiftness potions though, which really made it a pain to try and kill him, because, well, every time he got close, he'd pop another one and run away. Little blue guy thought it was Sonic the Hedgehog or something. Anyway, this went on for quite a while, just cat and mouse chase, with 2 cats and 1 mouse that went at the speed of light. Good thing was though, every time he drank one, he'd have to go slower, which I got a few good hits on before he just ran away again. I really want to remove these potions on this game. He tried to go back to our base, which I don't really know what was the point in that. But we soon caught up with him, and he couldn't really do much there. Both of us on him. He was in a losing game. We eventually killed him, and then decided to set our target on the only player left, yellow. Which we didn't realise was going to be a lot harder than we originally thought. I decided to use my bridge builders while my teammate went around the other end. Almost died, but I managed to power clutch. It was a 2v1, which was a massive plus for us because, well, 2v1, 2 people against 1. Should be easy, right? Right? Please tell me I'm right. But apparently it wasn't so easy because this guy had massive pockets full of loads of stuff and loads of cool pole tricks. And then, yeah, wow, apparently I should not ever touch a pile again. I died. So that meant my teammate was now on his own to fight him. And he was quite weak. Obviously the yellow had so much in his pocket, so much stuff he could use. So it made his life a lot more harder. I weren't very hopeful that he'd win. I did have hope though. And hope can sometimes be all you need. And this was the fight of the century. My teammate and my friend against this roundo, which was actually very, very good. I say very, very good to make me feel better that I sort of piled off the edge. It wasn't my fault, okay. Anyway, carry on. They were clashing for quite a while. These health potions were really helping. It was a bit of cat and mouse again, with my teammate chasing him as the yellow guy ran away. Then we noticed he was heading for Blue Island. The island where our greatest enemy was and where I got their bed. Not where I died multiple times. Anyway, yeah. And this is where the fight would end. It was a close one. Both were really close. Our teammate almost got hit off the edge. Managed to climb back up though. He had 2 health potions and a fire potion. Put him down, but then the teammate got attacked by the fire potion that the other guy put down. It was very close, but then a knockback fish to the face sent him flying. And that was the end of that match. And that is it for today's video. Thank you everybody for watching. This is my first ever video, so it's not the best. So I'm sorry that it was a loss, but anyway, I would love everyone to like, subscribe, share, comment. I will reply to every comment on this video. And yeah, thank you everybody for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye, and have an amazing day. Silent Huddle plays out.